On Friday, September 13th, 1307, he had hundreds of Templars arrested across France and sent them to prison. There, many were tortured into confessing to heresy and other crimes, and some implicated each other in a plot to kill the king. This led to the arrest of the Templars' Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, and several other high-ranking officers. After refusing to renounce his heresy, de Molay was burned at the stake along with 4 other Templars. This dramatic and sudden end to such a powerful organization has led many people to wonder if the Templars were actually up to something more sinister than protecting pilgrims and suppressing heresies. And that brings us to the Holy Grail. The Grail first appears in medieval literature in the late 12th century. The most well-known story comes from the French romance Percival, the story of the Grail by Chrétien de Troyes, who wrote it around 1180. The story follows a young knight named Percival who sets out on a quest to find the Grail, also called the Saint-Grail, which is described as the vessel Jesus drank from at the Last Supper. According to Chrétien's story, the Grail is guarded by a hermit in a magical castle, and only the purest of hearts may see it. The Grail appears in many other stories and eventually becomes associated with King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table, becoming one of the most important artifacts in Arthurian legend. There are many different versions of the stories surrounding the Grail, but they all agree on a few things. First, it is a relic from the time of Christ. Second, it is capable of performing miracles, such as healing the sick or resurrecting the dead. Third, it is guarded by a group of holy men or women who protect it from those who would use it for evil. Finally, it is said to contain the blood of Christ, either from the wounds he suffered at the crucifixion or from the spear thrust into his side by a Roman soldier. So now you're probably asking yourself, where does the Grail come into all this?